What's your best date story? Is this story going to be a good story? Is it going to be wholesome? Is it going to be a disaster? Watch and find out. Want to hear mine? I bet you do. And a dad joke. Stick around. All right, so let's get started. So again, we're on the road right now, so this is a quick little video. So I found a Reddit story titled, "I turned a first date into a citywide scavenger hunt and it went better than any dinner ever has." Oh boy, am I excited. Okay. I've been on enough first dates to know the formula. Them, not me. I mean, me too. Actually, here, we'll start early with a side quest. One of my dating apps, I'm like, if you want to take me on a date, it better be interesting, okay? No more dinner. Like, let's, I don't know, grab food and people watch Walmart. Anyway. Formula. Pick a restaurant. Make small talk. Split the bill. Maybe a second date. Maybe not. It's fine. But it's also kind of forgettable. A few months back, I was planning something with a girl I'd been talking to, and she mentioned she hated the pressure of sit-down dinners. Too formal, too much eye contact, nowhere to go if there's a lull. That landed with me, so I tried something different. Oh, let me tell you, again, wait for my story. Bet you're excited. I built her a scavenger hunt around our neighborhood. 6 locations, each one tied to something she'd mentioned in conversation. Her favorite coffee shop, a bookstore, for anybody who's been watching all my videos. You know my obsession with bookstores. Just saying. Nobody's ever taken me to a bookstore on a date. But I digress. It's fine. We're just gonna back to the story. A bookstore she talked about. A park she used to visit as a kid. At each spot I left a small clue. Index cards, nothing fancy, that pointed to the next one. The final stop had a small gift and a note. Oh my god, that's actually amazing. So, all right, no, I'll tell my story in a minute. Let's finish this and then I used scavenger.rs to put it together because I wanted to include GPS hints and photos at each location rather than just handwritten cards. Took maybe 45 minutes to set up. The date itself lasted 4 hours. We were walking, talking, laughing at the clues, taking photos. No awkward silences. There was always something to do or react to. By the end, we'd covered half the city and had a dozen shared memories from a single afternoon. She told me it was the most thoughtful first date she'd ever been on. We'd been together 6 months. Aha, I knew it. This story has to be fake. Okay, they've been together for 6 months, but this is their first date? The math isn't mathing. I'm not saying scavenger hunts are magic, but if you're stuck in a dinner and drinks loop and want to actually do something together, it's worth trying. The act of building it also forces you to actually pay attention to what someone told you, which honestly is half the work of a good date anyway. Happy to answer questions if anyone wants specifics on how to set one up. It's me from the future. I was editing the video and I had a thought. What if this entire post is from scavenger.rs? It's like, this is a great idea. Everybody run there now. Do it. Go. And we all fall for it. Because I almost did. I was like, but I didn't. So before we even go to comments, first of all, there's a lot of dashes. Again, anybody who's watched me. So first, I want to see in the comments, tell me what's the over under that this is a true story. Just saying. So I love taking people on first dates. I put so much thought into it, like about things specific to them. Or I guess not just first dates, but dates. Well, I guess I don't know. It doesn't matter. I once built an entire RPG for a guy. There was point systems, there was locations, there was all this stuff. He could level up, he could spend points. It was like an entire RPG. When I plan out dates for people, I think through things that they love, things that they've talked about, things that they said they've never done before. I love doing, curated to what people actually like and not just generic, because who likes generic? My best first date, somebody took me to a parkour gym and then dinner theater. It was absolutely amazing, and it was like 15 years ago. And I think that's the only first date I've ever been taken on that was actually like curated towards the things that I really like and was thought out. But I guess that's a whole other story. It's really fine. People, don't like putting thought into dates. It's fine. But anyway, I've taken people on a lot of dates the last few years. A lot of really great dates. It's okay. Someday, somebody will take me to a bookstore. It'll be fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, that RPG, that slapped. But yeah, it's okay. I'm also big on theme parties. So I throw parties for people, again, about the things that they love. Like when I lived in my old house, it was the party house, and birthday parties, milestones. I throw somebody a wedding in my house. Literally, a wedding. A 20-something person. My house was not big. Oh, no. I just, efficient. Christmas morning, I had like orphan Christmas. You know, you have nowhere else to go, come over. You know, I'd made like generic, Christmas socks, things like that. I'd always make breakfast. Yeah. It's cool. Whatever. So anyway, back to this. Let's see what the comments say. Oh man. There's one comment and it's 2 months old. Yeah, okay. So now I'm doubling down. This is a fake story, but I don't care. I like it. Somebody needs to throw me a scavenger hunt at some point. I'm trying to think, have I done a scavenger hunt for somebody? I've definitely done something scavengery. Definitely. Oh, I'll have to think. Brain injury. It's all right. Okay, so 2 months ago. That sounds great. But I'd hate to imagine that you went through all that only to go through a more typical second date and not survive that. I agree first date dinners are a bad idea. I prefer coffee, drinks, and if things go well, I'd suggest an activity like what you did. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but at some point, you need to let go of the extraordinary ideas and just have a mild date where you and your words can carry through. Because not every moment with you will be so extraordinary. It just makes sense to start mild and then build the excitement up from there. Oh no. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No. Show everything you got. And then you build from there. Oh, that's a stupid comment. Anyway. What other first dates? So I've mentioned this on previous videos, but I've started to FaceTime people. It makes it so much easier. You just filter people out. You don't waste anybody's time. Because, a lot of people can be very, suave or interesting in an app. But get them face to face. You can FaceTime, don't waste them. It's also safety. Just saying. You can see an old video about another almost date where the guy almost wore my skin. It's totally fine. Totally cool. But yeah, this is just a quick little wholesome story. But I want to see everybody else's great first dates. So I went to go visit a friend. And he wanted to show me his backyard. He just, redid all his landscaping. It was really beautiful. And he takes me to the shed and points. He's like, yeah, that's my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder. I'd say they'd get better, but if it wasn't terrible, would it be a dad joke? Hope everybody's having a wonderful week, and I keep forgetting my favorite part. Oh my gosh. But okay, it's not my fault. I'm on the road. I don't have a whiteboard with the list on it as if I do back home, because I don't. First of all, right now, drink some water. Or it's tea. It's okay. If you're an IRL friend, send me a text right now. Tell me to drink water. I need the peer pressure. All right, you're doing great. A little bit more. A little bit more. You got this. You're doing great. Did you? All right. Good job. So, for anybody who's new, here's my favorite part. We make up an update. This is kind of a short and cute story, so maybe that day won't be too exciting, but it doesn't matter. So here we go. I keep saying Technicolor. Fantasy Technicolor. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, so OP makes a post. Update. 6 months later. So now they've been together for a year. I wanted to propose. But how can I outdo a scavenger hunt a bigger scavenger hunt. Duh. So I set everything up. We were going to be traveling across the US and then into Europe and across to Asia, down to Australia, Carmen San Diego. It's whatever. Okay, it's fantasy. You can make this all. So in each city, I had a billboard, but she had to figure out clues to figure out where the billboard was. And then the billboard had the next clue. But the clues were vague enough that people just thought it was a weird company. I don't know. But at the very end, we ended up in Antarctica. And we were on a science station in matching pockets. And the scientists picked us up and brought us inside. And then as we were walking in, all of a sudden, all the scientists on the scientific base did a flash mob, interpretive dance. And at the end, they spelt out with hands and feet and legs and shovels, "Will you marry me?" So she looked around, all confused, like, who's asking me to marry them? Listen, I didn't say she was smart, okay? I just said, listen, it's fine. And then I turned around, and I had a snowball in my hand. And she's like, oh, I love snowballs. And then I was like, unwrap it. I don't know. It made sense at the time. I just put together $150,000 proposal, and so I was not thinking clearly. It was also really cold, and then she's not the smartest, but she's very kind. So she unsnowed the snowball, and inside was the ring. And then we turned around, and Elvis was there, and he married us on the spot, because where else are you going to get married except in Antarctica? She said yes. We got married. Our honeymoon was right there with all the scientists for the day. It was great. And then we went on to Bora Bora. It was wonderful. We'll be together forever. Thank you. Listen, my updates can't always be great. Okay, I'm on vacation. I'm tired. I'm drinking iced tea. But it's a video. I really appreciate every single person. I know these videos, we're learning, okay? Once I'm back home off this trip, I'll look up how to do this better or something. Please, I appreciate every single like, share, subscribe, comment, story, whatever. Engage with each other in the comments below. And this is my 1%. My 1% was drinking iced tea. But I got a video done.